guys, this is Andrew, and today I'm going to give you another screaming lesson on the high scream technique that I defined in my first video. I apologize for the terrible video and audio quality, but I'm letting my friend borrow my camera right now, so it's really all I got, and I figure this video is better than no video until a few days where I get it back, and then I'll start doing regular uploads again. But anyways, what I'm going to do is just show you the transitions between singing to raspy to screaming and doing that high scream, because I had a few questions about it and people that were struggling with it. So what I do, you just get a note, make it raspy, keep pushing, raise the note up a little bit to scream. Now you don't have to raise the note up, but I just kind of been playing around with it and discovered that if I get a raspy note and kept pushing it up, it'll just turn into a scream, or if I do this kind of revving thing back and forth, it kind of shows a little better what I'm doing. So I'll start with the revving one, actually. So you get a note, and then push a little odd rasp and turn it into a scream, which, if you don't know how to do yet, then don't worry. But I kind of raise the note up a little bit as I add pressure. So it's like, and that high point there is the scream. It's just, you refine it, keep working on it, make it sound good. So if I get that and go, bad trade one more time! Like that. So I'll do it super slow, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing, or hear what I'm doing. So, now it's not exactly like adding a rasp, by the way. It's kind of this weird, demonic sounding thing. So, So that's kind of another way to get to that way of screaming. Now, that, like, I wasn't actually, like, that's not how I sing with rasp, just so you know. I don't go like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But, you use that as a method to help you discover the actual scream. And that's kind of the point, right? It just makes the learning process a little easier, because really all we have as vocal teachers, if I could even call myself that, is metaphors, because you can't really see in your voice. So you have to kind of say, this is what it feels like, or this is what you should do. And so the other method is the slide thing. And sorry, I'm still wearing my work clothes, just got out of work. So if you get a high note, or any note, add a rasp and just slide up, it'll turn into a scream. Now I noticed this when I was listening to Sequoia Throne by Protest the Hero, and I noticed that there was this high note that he hit, and it sounded like a scream because it was so high. So I'll just give you an example of this. Yeah! Now that's not actually the scream, but when eventually, need some water. But when you get up to that point, all the note is just gone, and it's just kind of all that weird, raspy, gurgling sound. So I'll do it again. Yeah! Now that's not the scream, but you get that, and that's more forceful than what the scream will actually be. But you'll feel something in your throat. Now what you don't want to feel is, you don't want to feel pain lower where your vocal cords are. Now what actually makes the scream in screams are these things called the false cords, and they're kind of like your vocal cords here, right? And then above them you have your false cords. And the false cords are the things that are above vocal cords. They're kind of like this on the side. So you have your vibrating, I don't know how to show this to you. So you have your vibrating vocal cords going like this, and then above you have these kind of pinching things. So when you do a scream, right? Yow! Right? So they pinch together. Or you! They pinch together. Now, in singing, it's all vocal cords. Raspy singing, those tighten a little bit in vocal cords. The high screams that I defined are the full, well, not full closure, but enough closure to make a scream sound over the vibrating vocal cords without straining the vocal cords. The low screams that I show you in the video are no vocal cords open, and just pinching of the false cords, which is partially why those low screams are much harder to sustain they can be more aggressive in the voice because you're just pushing air through your vocal cords, and then your false cords, if you close them too hard, it creates a pressure on your throat. So that, I hope that gives you a little intuition on what's actually going on in your throat when you're doing this. Also, the yell screams are really just a version of raspy singing, just with more emphasis or push, whatever you want to call it. That's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to tell you. So screaming ideas, get that kind of just revving thing, like oh. Now there was this song, Blanche Street Bloom by Sick, that had that kind of sound that, where the singer, he does all these kind of weird screams, like a falsetto scream that he pushes so hard. It's like, yo! And he literally does stuff like that, but it sounds awesome in their band. Now, I wouldn't recommend screaming like that because it's really harsh in the voice, and which is why he didn't do any clean singing. But he did this weird thing that was, it sounded demonic, where he'd be like, and that's one of the ways that I discovered how to do the high scream. I just did that, and I was like, oh, if I manipulate it and do this, I can get a real high scream. So you have that method, they're revving the, or you can just do the, and morph it into a scream. Slide a note, get it really high until the note just disappears and it's all gurgling, raspy sound. And keep refining it until you get the scream, because it's all about mastering the false chords and the vocal cords and learning how to tell which is which when you're doing what so you don't hurt yourself. If you have any questions, please leave me comments, because I do read everything and I respond to everything at this point, at least. But yeah, I hope you like this video. If you did, leave a like or favorite or subscribe or something. And when I get my camera back, I'll be starting my usual, like, 5 videos a week, or whatever the hell I was doing. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I will talk to you later.